Now we are going to have our Dr. Siva Kiran sir's lecture on life cycle assessment. So he belongs to the Department of Chemical Engineering, working as assistant professor. So I request Siva Kiran sir to take over the session. Thank you.
This session, I will be taking about this life cycle assessment, Ecomark, and mainly why I included that Ecomark also I will explain. And what is this life cycle assessment? What is the importance of this particular seminar? Like this World Environmental Health Day, it is being celebrated in India from, I saw last time it is 2013, Ramachandra University, they did World Environmental Health Day, and there many people are doing it. But this year it will be little different, and after this year we want to plan and integrate, make it streamlined. So that is why this is the beginning of that streamlining process. Okay. Now see this. I would like to explain about this Panchamrit. In that Panchamrit, our Honorable Prime Minister, he went to conference of parties, and he gave like 5 different sets of agendas. So, or like a promises. So in that, please remember that 5th point is there, that is called as by 2070, India achieves net zero carbon emission. That is what he has promised. So what is the significance of that promise? So whether we can achieve that promises, I'm not worried about that. Those can be achieved easily. But that 5th promise, we will be focusing on that. So next. So this, whenever this conference of parties seminars are present, most of the countries, they will go and they will promise many things, and they will break those promises. So the first one is, you can see 1998, President Clinton, he has promised some things about climate change. Kyoto Protocol he want to implement, and finally he has broken the promise. The other administration or other president came and they broke the promise. 2001 it is broken first, and after that 2012 also they have withdrawn from the promise. And the second is 2009 also they pledged that by 2022 all lower income countries, they have to give some $100 billion, but now it is 2022, nothing has happened. Again that promise is also broken. Then again, third, you can see that 2021, they want to remove coal from China in 2026. But recently, if you observe this year, 2022, they have started 46 extra coal plants. So some many news articles are there. Whether we will also fall in this particular category, or we will try to do in a sincere manner, because in India, a word given is taken very seriously. Suppose if you observe, if you go to any village, nobody cares about the note and all that code. They just believe on word. If a word given, that is enough. That is more than enough. They will give how much ever money is there, whatever is there. But we will stick to those ethics, or whether we will again 2070, somebody will be giving lecture and telling India also has broken that particular promise. Now we will see that what is that promise, what is the, whether we can achieve. Now what is this net zero carbon emission? Net zero carbon country is Bhutan. That is the basis. That is what India has to achieve. That is what he has promised. Bhutan is considered as a carbon negative country, and more than 70% of the country is covered by trees. They have free electricity. So many other things are present. Now you can see here, this is the Bhutan country, and it's the carbon cover which is there. This is what our Honorable Prime Minister has promised. India will be like this. Now India, what is the status? 2021, the forest cover is 21.67%. So you can see here from 10 years average, if you see, what is the number? Little increase. At least we need 70, minimum 60 to 70%. Okay. Now we are increasing at a very slow rate, like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. Okay. Now see this. What is this concept of Ecomark? See here, other countries also, they have these kind of problems, but how they have overcome this, they have introduced this eco-labeling scheme. that is ecologically friendly products. So they started giving some certificates to them. This is eco-friendly product. Some logo they will give. Like in US, if you see, that is the company Green Seal. Whenever public, when they look at this particular seal, they will feel that it is environmental friendly and they will purchase the product. And in India, we have this Ecomark. Have you seen Ecomark on any product in India, that pot symbol? Have you seen? Nobody has seen, because people, nobody knows. One thing is, we don't have ISI mark. Mainly, we are not respecting ISI mark. If ISI mark only itself is not there, it is impossible to get the Ecomark. Okay, now you can see here, India has its own seal called Ecomark. So this Ecomark we have to promote in different manners, like maybe in seminars, maybe in symposiums, maybe in some kind of platforms, so that people will start thinking about ISI. ISI mark you might have seen, but very few companies we have seen. Actually, I have seen ISI, Colgate toothpaste also need ISI mark. They have the category, but the foreign companies, they don't apply for Indian mark, because Indian public is not respecting Indian authorities. That is a big problem which is happening. So nobody knows actually. Even when I started checking that ISI mark, people like it is there, Colgate toothpaste, everything, every product has that ISI mark. That is also missing. So now from Ecomark and ISI also promotion is required. Next, now why actually ISI marks people are not taking? The awareness is not there. So, and one more important thing, this scheme was started in 1991, but now it is 2022. This many years nobody knows about that. So I'll explain why. See this here, what has happened is, in that eco-labeling, global eco-labeling network, the Confederation of Indian Industries, that is the authoritative body which is controls all industries in entire India. So what they have done is, they created one special seal for them. That seal is called as, you can see that, Green Pro. So what they have done is, they went to US, and there is one global eco-labeling network is there, which will collect all the labels from every country. You can see all that, China is there. Every country has its own eco-label. And India, you can see, what is this, India? Our official eco-labeling seal is Green Pro. They changed it. So actually, whether it is correct or not, because our official seal is Ecomark. That Ecomark pot logo they removed, and they designed a nice logo that is Green Pro. So that is there. So they did that. Because of that, nobody cares about the, and the Confederation of Industry, if they write some letters or whatever, they will get that a Green Pro seal, and they will claim even we are also environmental friendly. So that these things are happening, that's fine. And now, so what is the link between this Ecomark and disaster management? Suppose if we can promote this Ecomark, and then after that, everybody starts applying for Ecomark. Once they start applying for Ecomark, they have to promote environment. They have to plant more trees. So you can see here, there are approximately 680,000 manufacturing industries are there in India. Okay. Now, suppose if any industry, they have to apply for Ecomark or ISI mark, they have to invest so much money. So this is what an idea which I have explained in World Congress on Disaster Management, Delhi. Delhi I went and I expressed about this particular idea. We can create a barrier like Ecomark Promotional Network or something like that. One group we can start with help of many industries and all that. And we will start issuing the EPN tag to them. Then maybe in their lifetime, they may apply for Ecomark, they may apply for ISI, they may apply for anything from street vendors to top industries. Anybody we can encourage for Ecomark Promotional Network. This is a small idea which was expressed. What are the objectives of this Ecomark Promotional Network is to conduct life cycle assessment, mainly promotion of life cycle assessment. And we have these international forums are there, like International Federation of Environmental Health, and even they will also support from Government of India. Sir also said he will also support. Everybody's support is there. Only thing is we have to form a strong network. So now what is this life cycle assessment? See here, when I started advertising about this particular event, life cycle assessment, like I had created an elaborate advertisement and I have mailed to all industries all over India and all engineering colleges. And in engineering, if you observe, the mother branch of environment is, I felt it is civil engineering. So all civil engineering branches I have mailed, and I have given option also, online, offline, both I have given option. So anybody can respond. And you have to see very few universities they responded because many people don't know about life cycle assessment. And even industries, they are not interested because they don't want to invest money on that life cycle assessment. Okay, that is fine. And I have also sent advertisement to all government agencies. So there is no response because many people don't know about the life cycle assessment and its importance. Okay, and Ecomark also, that also many. These are the few places where they have responded. Okay. Now life cycle courses also I saw, and life cycle courses also are very few, not much. One in MIT and few universities they are offering, not much actually. It is happening in life cycle assessment. So this Udemy course is also there. So okay. Now what is this life cycle assessment? Life cycle assessment means from raw material to manufacturing to packaging to distribution to use to disposal, you have to apply all environmental principles. That is called life cycle assessment. So imagine one product dealing with this many aspects. So it is a very comprehensive process. That is why we need software for solving these problems. Now what I will do is, I will give instead of teaching what is life cycle assessment, we will do a small practical exercise so that you will get an idea about how it is done. So life cycle assessment contains scope, inventory analysis, impact assessment, and interpretation. Okay, there are two parts of life cycle assessment are there. From beginning, that is cradle to grave. So that is called complete life cycle assessment, or people can do half life cycle assessment like cradle to some in between. So there are two types of life cycle assessment are there. Now what I will be explaining is, I will explain from cradle to grave how a life cycle can be done. Okay, life cycle assessment of, is the same pen correct given? Now this pen we will do the life cycle assessment. Yes. Okay, so these are the goals, objectives of that, and limitations of that, because this whole limitation is there. So resource constraints, you don't have any resources here. We have only one pen with us, nothing is there. Then what is the limitation of coverage limit? That seminar hall and the house, correct? Nothing much. Now you can see, now we have to do the life cycle assessment of a pen from cradle to grave, how much it is. Now you can see here, this sheet I have already given. So we will fix the functional unit by doing all these surveys and all. I think everybody agrees pen should write minimum 100 pages. Okay, now we can see that boundaries also we have to set. You can see here, we are not focusing on pen assembly, and we are not, we will just use the pen and throw it in the dustbin. That's it. That is what maximum we will be doing, and it will go into the municipal solid waste once it is used. So this is the boundary which I have taken. You can see here energy is there, capital equipment, those things I have not taken. And a little bit industry, that also I have taken. And like this we can fix the system boundary and confine ourselves to small extent. Now this is what pen I have analyzed. You can see here, pen contains what? One is cap, correct? So the cap, it is made up of PET. And pen contains what? Pen body, this one, the body which is there, that is polypropylene. Then refill also, it is made up of polypropylene. And the production process which is there is crude oil. Crude oil is required for producing that polypropylene. Randomly will not get the pen, you need crude oil. From crude oil, the plastic will produce. From plastic, again, we can go up to that plastic analysis, crude oil analysis, or we can stick with that only pen analysis. Now, refill pointer is there. That pointer is made up of stainless steel. Again, steel industry. Iron ore also there, we can check. We can go up to iron ore, or we can confine ourselves to just pen, and which has the steel in it. In that steel also, that pointer, we have that steel ball which is there. That is also there, because that is what ballpoint pen. That also we have to consider. Then again, that rubber something is there, you can see. These are the parts which I found, but you can look at the pen and tell me any extra part is there. One part I have missed here. Inventory. That is what inventory analysis is. Please look at the pen and tell one part I have missed. What is the part? Yes, that pen tip before buying, they will cover with some kind of rubber material. That is also plastic. That way I have missed. One more part also you missed. Please check once. Anything is there? Sticker. That sticker is there, correct? That sticker is there. It is ink. So that also we have to consider. You can imagine the level of analysis people are doing in abroad for one particular aspect. You can imagine an industry. Okay, so like this, many things are there. These things are called as inventory analysis deliverables, and we will fix the scope and all that. Then unit process. Unit process means it is nothing but unit operations. Mainly as a chemical engineers, we will be dealing with unit operations. So now after that, once we complete this inventory analysis, each component we can take, and we can, based on our scope, we will try to do analysis, and we will try to find environmental impact. Okay, then once we complete that inventory analysis, we will go for the impact assessment. So this is what impact assessment diagram. If you look at impact assessment diagram, here are the basic things which they will be taking. One is human health, ecological health, resource depletion, social welfare, many components they will be taking. So this completes the brief overview life cycle assessment.